Okay, another M14 draft. This pack kind of sucks. Um, Elvish Mystics, Goblin Short Carter, Pitchburn Devils. Wall of Frost is actually really annoying to play against. Um, it's interesting. Nothing like. I mean, this could be powerful. I mean, I guess it's probably. Double blue's tough, and you don't really want to play it as a turn 2 play. I'm going to take the Pitchburn Devils. I kind of just, mostly because I want to be like the red-black sacrifice stuff deck. It just looks like fun. So, yeah. Wasted on commons. Corrupt is okay if you're in black, and good, really good if you're in mono black. Cursed Spirit's quite good. I played that a number of times. Hunt the Weak is also nice. Honestly, probably Messenger Drake is probably the best card here. Why do I want to take a Cursed Spirit? Yeah. Yeah, I just want to have a little fun. See if I can. Messenger Drake's really good. Okay, that's what I took. I have no problem moving away from that. Looks like black is probably pretty open. These are two pretty good black cards. I mean, there could be, a rare that somebody took. Active Treason is also what you want in that kind of deck. Frost Breath is a pretty big tempo swing. Marauding Maulhorn is just a beater. Just a nasty little. I was going to call him a little beater, but 5/3 is not little. Yeah, that's probably actually just the best card in this deck. He does lose to Minotaur Abomination. That could lead me down that path, but I'm already in red a little bit, and so we'll just see where we go. It would be nice to be in the red-black deck. They have some nice synergies, but you don't have to be in a synergistic setting in this set so much into the wild. What does this do? It does a whole lot of not that much. This is not a great pack either. Divination and Seacoast Drake are probably the two best cards, and then Goblin Shortcutter is not that far behind. I'm going to take the Goblin Shortcutter. It has the advantage of being one of the few, like, 2-drops that's fine on turn 2, and then later in the game, his comes into play ability can be quite nice. Or it could just be nothing. You never know. So, I mean, nothing's amazing here. There are 3 decent red cards. I would say the Lightning Talons would be the number 1, and then the Striking Sliver, especially since we're probably not going to be in slivers. I would normally say probably Elvish Mystics a little bit better than Lightning Talons, but it's relatively close. I mean, this is more powerful, but more risky, so we'll just go like mono red. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I see no reason not to take the regular Firecat. He works well with Lightning Talons. 7/1 first strike. Don't electrolyze me, bro. Sure. And we'll just keep cutting red, I guess. I don't see any reason to go into green or white here. Cyclops Tyrant. I mean, 3 power evasive creature. The fact that he can't block creatures with power 2 or less is just like, what? Why can't I have good cards? Why? I'm going to take the Active Treason, though. Just because we might still end up in at least splashing black. Even if we can't go mono black, we could still, or mono red-ish. And looks like black is fairly open. Still get that whole sacrifice thing going on. Active treason is super good. It's not just steal your best creature for a turn. It's steal your best creature for a turn, hit you with it, and then sacrifice it for something nice to do. I'd say Minotaur Abomination is often better, but I'm going to stick with the mono red thing. Maybe we're just mono red. Maybe it's a cube in disguise. I'll take the Mind Rot. Cyclops Tyrant. As much as I don't like him, like that last line of text just makes me angry, but he's still playable. There, so ooh. If we actually do get the deck going, Active Treason is going to be important. And marginally playable. Striking Sliver is semi-playable. So I'm not going to hide these cards, even though it looks like we might just be mono red, which is doable. That's not going to lead us down that path. If we did get the mono red thing and get a bunch of fire cats and stuff, the Seismic Stomp is actually decent. It's I don't know. I would think this card is better, but having played with Gruul Charm that had 2 other options, just, hey, we got the mountain. We'll need mountains in this deck, for sure. What we would want to get is a sack outlet of some sort, Gnawing Zombie, Barrage of Expendables, Blood Baron, there's a couple other ones I'm missing. Bubbling Cauldron you might actually go ahead and grab already, depending on what else is in the deck. Alright, so this is interesting. Did get that Bubbling Cauldron. Wild Ricochet is potentially a blowout, potentially not so much. I don't think I can first pick the Bubbling Cauldron. I don't think I can really first pick a Wild Ricochet. I played the pre-release, the in-person pre-release, and I opened it and I wasn't sure whether it's good or not, and I decided to play it. And it's about what I think. It's like 30 to 40% of the time it's like amazing, and then the remaining 70 to 40% of the time it's just a completely dead card in your hand. So I'll take a shock. Academy Raider. I like Corpse Hauler and Mark of the Vampire. We may or may not be in black. Probably we could go ahead and get into black. Mark of the Vampire and Marauding Maulhor is pretty good, but then again, if we're the only person in red on this set and this draft, and there's a decent chance that we are, the ability to be a rummaging goblin every turn that does 1 damage is pretty nice. Also combos well with Lightning Talons as long as they don't have Electrolyze. So I'll go ahead and take that. Dragon Hatchling, not a fan. Blightcaster. Advocate of the Beast is actually kind of works with that. Slivers, not doing the slivers. Angelic Accord, don't think we're going down that path. Yeah, this is not a great pack. I mean, we could do a Dragon Hatchling. It is something to do with your mana when you get late, but it just does so little for so long. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Blightcaster. Sure. Blood Baron, I like. Ooh. Chandra's Outrage is generally a better card, but with Acts of Treason already in the deck, I don't know about that. Sliver. I'm going to take the Chandra's Outrage. No, I want to have fun. So I can just slam the Blood Baron and then just any Act of Treason I take, I just take. but it's a little too combo-y, and this is just more consistent. Please be another Blood Baron. Shiv's Embrace, Shock. I'm gonna go with the Shiv's Embrace. It's another, you know, it's an enchantment. It works with this, and it's if you're in mono red, it will end the game, but quick. Molten Birth is playable. Dark Favor is somewhat playable. Not great options here. Do I want the Dark Favor? I mean, it does work with the Blightcaster, with their little splash of black here. But I think, I don't know. I'm undecided about Molten Rebirth. I think it's fine. It's works a little bit better. I mean, it helps Seismic Stomp, I guess. I don't know. Another Chandra's Outrage. Okay. Happy to do that. Yeah, looks like we're the only person in red in this thing. And we do want to load up on more 2-drops, so happily to take a Shortcutter. Candy Minotaur is quite playable. I would like the Minotaur Abomination, but looks like we are splashing black, if that. So double black, less good. Corpse Hauler, I like. So it looks like we're like red splashing blue, or red splashing into a little bit of black here. Like, we'll see when we actually build the deck whether we keep it or not. That's playable. It's not ideal, but it's playable. It's like 2 for 2. You can discard whatever crap you have. I think the Blightcaster actually works in this deck with the Shiv's Embrace, and Lightning Talons, etc. It's shaping up alright. Demolish, okay, that's in the sideboard. Wow, we're already up to 25 quote-unquote playables. I'm going to probably hide that. We'll see about that. We get many more Firecats. Seismic Stomp becomes a thing. Like, force them to trade Sarah Angel for Firecat or die. That's always a good thing. So, sack outlets we want, active treasons we want, and then just, you know, what is it, the instant fireball thing. Seems fine. Thunderstrike is a decent combat trick. This is not what you want when you're only splashing black. Essentially just a 2/2 lifelink. We don't really have any other slivers. We could get some other ones, like just that 5/3 sliver. This pack is pretty bad for us. I think maybe this is the Thunderstrike. Help our guys keep getting through. I mean, Dark Favor. I don't think our guys are generally evasive enough for that. There is danger with the Thunderstrike, is they can Giant Growth in response, or yeah, Giant Growth usually will beat Thunderstrike, but most of the time it'll work. There's that Battle Sliver I was talking about, so. And yeah, I guess that's what we're going to do. Nothing wrong with the 5/3 for 5. Yeah, I think that Seismic Stomp is actually going to make the deck. Normally I'm kind of opposed to it. Ooh, there's the Blood Baron. Over Firecat. I think it's reasonable to take the Blood Baron over a Firecat. Probably going to be running. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Ooh, Barrage of Expendables. I think that's what we want. Mark of the Vampire would also be nice. It's pretty good. Lets us run a little bit more, like, you know, 7 swamps or something. Barrage of Expendables is interesting. We do have a lot of creatures. We can load up on creatures and then just shoot them out for the last couple points of damage. Or we can shoot out their creatures. I want another sacrifice outlet. There's another sacrifice. Sacrifice. Interesting. I think maybe the gnawing zombie is a little bit better. It does cost some mana, which is a little awkward, but the fact that we can then, have another way to just turn our 4 guys into 4 damage could be quite nice. So I'll take that. So I'll probably be running like 10 mountains, 7 swamps, and I like a Cursed Spirit. Sanguine Bond, Child of Night, Mark of the Vampire. Mark of the Vampire is definitely more powerful. Ooh, another barrage of expendables. I already have Shortcutter. I think actually the Shortcutter is what we want in this deck. Another 2-drop. Let's just get rid of this stupid Dragon Hatchling. I think he's not as stupid as I'd like to believe, but yeah, you get multiple of these things and you can just get these guys through. Yeah, I'm okay with this. We already have 3 sacrifice outlets, which we picked up all in the last pack. Dark Favor. We definitely don't want Darksteel Ingot because we're not really splashing. We don't really need to accelerate. Probably not going to play Dark Favor, but we'll put it in there. I guess there's a chance we run the Nightwing Shade. We're probably up to 7 swamps. 10-7 split. It's the hardest split. Another combat trick or another don't block me, bro. Don't block me, bro. Sure. What do I not want to play against? Brindleborg kind of sucks, I guess. I don't know. Angelic Wall. He loses to Firecat, so I'll take a Brindleborg. Smelt for the sideboard. Yeah, there are some. It's rare, but there is a chance I would want to cut some artifacts in this set. There's a couple nice rare ones, but they're rare, so almost always going to stay in the sideboard. This is a reasonable deck. Yeah, let's see how it turns out. Alrighty, so let's just throw some stuff in there. It's playable. I think we actually kind of want him. Let me see what the enchantment count looks like at the end of this. Maybe, maybe not. Pitchburn Devils, Battle Silver, yeah. Roddy Maulhorn, Chandra's Outrage, Demolishes Sideboard. I think our decks, yeah, I'll just throw them in there. Yeah, I'll throw that in there. That's probably gonna get cut. Lightning Talons, Ectotreeson, Academy Raider. I think you do want a Seismic Stomp. I don't know about 2. 2 might be a little bit ambitious. Goblin Shortcutters, as many as we can get. A 1 combat trick. The Striking Sliver stays on the sideboard. Shock and Barrage of Expendables goes in. Alright, so we got some significant cutting to do. I think the Cyclops Tyrant, we just don't really need 6 drops. We don't want the Pitchburn Devils. We do have a number of sacrifice outlets. Also, an option to recycle them. Chandra's Outrage is going to stay in there. Blight. Okay, so what do we got for enchantments? We got Lightning Talon and Shiv's Embrace. Is that the only ones? Not an enchantment. Enchantment, not an enchantment. Not. Where? There was one in there. Yeah. Okay. 2 enchantments. Not going to be worth it. I feel like okay, Molten Borth, not gonna make it. Axis Treason, yep. Academy Raider, yep. Canny Minotaur. Let's put the ones I'm thinking about cutting. Could get that and that. And I'm really normally not a fan of this card, but in this deck we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 5 2-drops, and then some Acts of Treason, etc. Tricks to just try and get through some damage, and then end with a little bit of burn. Would really have liked to get that one of those fireballs. 2 enchantments is fine. I feel like we should definitely add 1 5-drop. Probably honestly the Nightwing Shade, just because it's evasive, and like by the time we get up to 5 mana, we won't have anything else to do with our stuff. It's probably better than just flat a 5/3. So it's Treason. Maybe the Thunderstrike. Like, we already have 3 removal spells plus 2 possibly removal spells if we combo it up. So maybe we don't need that, although it can function as like 2 to the face if we attack with, you know, gajillion goblin shortcutters. I think that's the weakest one. I mean, we could just go all out for the weenie deck and leave in Nightwing Shade, or take out Nightwing Shade, excuse me. But yeah, I mean, these guys can function as kind of a lightning bolt combo with Blood Baron, Zombie, Barrage. Alright. We'll think about that one. I mean, this is obviously better late game, this is better early game. We are in general better early game, and it's probably going to tell me to run like, I'm going to guess it's going to say like 11 mountains, 13 4, okay, yeah. We're not, I mean, we do have a fair bit of double red, but I think being able to cast Corpse Hauler, Gnawing Zombie, Blood Baron somewhat consistently pulls us back in that direction. I mean, Barrage of Expendables and Shiv's Embrace do want a lot of red mana, potentially. I could be persuaded to go Thunderstrike, cut Nightwing Shade, and run 11 mountains and only 6 swamps. It's not unreasonable. However, I do like my combos. I could use some combos right now. The whatever pretzel thing with some cheese built in. Oh, it's so good. It'll kill you. This message not brought to you by Combos Snack Brands Incorporated. Yeah, I think this is okay. We'll see what the matchup is. We might want to get super aggro. Or probably, yeah. I mean, you could also put in a second Seismic Stomp and just... So, like, if I wanted to go mono red, I'd cut... probably... It's not unreasonable. If I went to mono red, I would probably actually... Because I obviously cut the 5 black cards, and I'd actually go to, like, 16... swamps, so I'd add these 2 back in, I'd add that, and add that, and probably the Dragon Hatchling can be pretty good when you're mono red if they don't have stuff. Problem is you're usually going to be wanting to keep, you know, play him on turn 2. I do have a, well, if I went mono red, I'd have substantially fewer 2-drops, so but you want to go like 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, and then maybe you can start doing something with your 2-drop. It's kind of awkward, but keep that in mind. Molten Birth would also be possibly acceptable, especially, actually this works better with the deck as currently constructed, as Sacrifice Outlet for Blood Baron, Gnawing Zombie, Barrage. I could talk myself into any number of variations here, like add Molten Birth, cut Nightwing Shade, add Mountain, cut Swamp. This is a reasonable play. I'm falling out of love with the Nightwing Shade. He's out. He's out. You're done. Sayonara. Oh, this is going to be awkward. I'll just go 11-6 now. Yeah, just sack it up. So we've got 6 swamps to cast, 4 black spells. That's reasonable. Reasonable, reasonable, reasonable. Alright, we'll try it this way. This could be a disaster, but it'll be a beautiful disaster. 311 approves of this message.